Shalom, Yasharala. Before we go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh. Sokal, Halaliam, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. We give double honor to the apostles and prophets and elders of the GMS camp, better known as Great Millstone, for they bring forth the 100% should have been credited under. But today's lesson, we are going to the herb talk, dealing with what you see in the forefront here, backache. And the reason why I'm doing this lesson is not only because, aside from that, my father has experienced some dread backaches, and I pulled one of the remedies that I know from the back of my head, and it actually helped to fix it on the internal scale. It actually eased the pain. And as far as the external, I'll also going to give a understanding as to what you could create on your own that would be much stronger than muscle rubs itself. So let me go a little bit into the backaches. So I'm going to use this and the Herbal site to bring forth some information about back pain or backaches, right? So let me go into it. It says backaches and pains can be caused by poor postures, sleeping in a soft mattress, stress. Remember, if you have stress, you will get back pain. Incorrect lifting, improper walking techniques, slouching while sitting, improper fitted shoes, which I happen to have a problem with because my foot is big and the shoes in Trinidad, it's very hard to get size 16 shoes. So I would have to weigh, I would have no other choice but to wear 15 and 15 and a half, which is very harsh on my foot. But I don't really go through no back pain because of the herbs I would consume ever so often, right? To make sure my body is well taken care of, right? So let's continue. It says, well, designed for fashion, not for wear. It says a slipped disc. It says prostate disease, fibroid tumors, kidney and bladder disorder, rheumatism, bone disease, arthritis, abdominal curvature of the spine. So like an abnormal curvature of the spine. So like here. It says varicose veins, arteriosclerosis, if that's how it's pronounced. So like here. Emotional problems, motor vehicle accidents, which I guess if you happen to have that experience, okay, no problem. Right, psychomatics issues. It says muscle spasms, etc. And these are usually what would cause plenty back pain. What also causes back pain is constipation. If you realize, if you're constipated for a while, you'll begin to get some shocks and cramps in your back, which would lead to lower back pain. It triggers the effect, right? Because then your muscle that is tense is now forced to be loosened up to facilitate more waste. Remember, your colon will be expanding, which will be pressing against the muscle and your bone. For those who don't know, if you're constipated, there's no movement in stool. That means whatever you eat will be packed up. So just to put that out there for y'all. And I realized many people who had provided this remedy for, which is a purge, it actually fixed them back pain, showing that they were somewhat backed up, really and truly. But let's continue. The supplements which you're seeing here, which you could take, which I would rather get from the herbs and the fruits and the vegetables. But regardless of which it should be low. Right here, the foods is what would provide these things. But let's go back into it. Let's go into the herbs first. So the remedy which you could use for the back pain is anemia. So I said the wrong thing. Anesia, boswellia, white willow, feverfew, burdock root, cat's claw, devil's claw, horsetail, and yucca. Right? So this would help, as you see in the next part, to remove pains, nerve pains, cleanse the bone joints, and relieves pain. Now, what this does, it cleanses the bone joints from acid, mucus, base that is covered in the bone. That acid begins to go into your joints. Not just that, everything that was called on the list here, it has a way of dealing with it. So we know it's a very good remedy. And your food intake would be below. Barley, black walnut, which is a herb but still, black walnut, broccolis, Brussels sprouts like cauliflower, collard greens, currants, guava, kale, I would say lettuce, but kale, lemon, orange, peas, pecan. I would exclude soybean. Soybean is very carcinogenic. I would exclude soybean. Spinach, I would also exclude spinach because spinach is not really good, honestly speaking. And turnip greens. So if you realize they are providing a vitamin K high, a high vitamin K, and a high iron based diet. Because what we know what iron does, increases oxygen delivery to your blood, allowing your blood to absorb more oxygen to provide proper healing for these parts of your body. Right? So what you could do, like I always say, before you go into things like this, make sure you take a parasite cleanse and a gut and cell cleanse. The gut and cell cleanse is what I gave, and that is what helped with lower back pain, which could also be caused by constipation, like I said. So you have to make sure and check that first. If you could, perhaps take the parasite and blood cleanse, which we recommend multiple times, is that either within the 5-day period before and after the new moon, or 7 days period before and after the new moon, meaning either 2 days before the new moon, the full moon, 2 days before the full moon. Then on the full moon you must fast completely, no food, only parasite cleanse, and then the next 2 days, if they continue, but you could more or less eat something. And what I recommend is you eat fruits or veggies, no meats, no sugar, no flour, no milks, no dairy products, no oils, no rice. Understand? For those 5 days. So the 2 days you get to eat something, it must be healthy. It must be plant-based. You understand? And it must be raw. It must not be cooked. It's basically what I'm trying to say. So from that now, you go into your cleanse, with your food that's given to you as part of your program that you could consume. Now you could go about this for 1 week or 2 weeks. But what I know for a fact, after the 5 days of parasite and blood cleanse and gut and cell cleanse, you would feel a major ease up. If not, it might completely go away, which is that pain. Because from time to time, I've seen the exact same gut and cell cleanse work for lower back pain. Just putting that out there for you. So now let's go into the site, which is very well put together. Let's go into back pain, backache, right? Backache right here. Like you get the same thing, backache. We ain't coming off topic. And when you go into the description, it says lower backache is a pain of the lower back. Wow, that come on now. You can word that better than that, right? It says the back may pain anywhere, but generally backaches is referred to pain in the lower back. Let's divide the main causes into two, 1 and 2. Now, 1, pain due to a muscle spasm or cartilage problem. Here, herbs and remedies will definitely help and should be used. It says the page is devoted to such cure. So, of course, they're supposed to have cures below, right? But they also have on top, as you always see. They go lower down, you could show you mango, ginger for back pain, fenugreek, meth for back aches, and it lists valerian root, Jamaican dogwood, kava is seeing the all the what they're giving you here, drumstick, which is moringa, potato, all them other things they're giving you for what? Backache. But like going to the main point. Because but like finish reading and we go down to the main point. It says in verse in 2, pain due to deformity in the bony structure, there may be an overgrowth. This may be a slip disc. The bone may have worn off. The patient, what might have worn off. It says the patient must visit which an orthopedic surgeon, which I would say I have a friend who well, we used to be friends. His nickname was Pilau. He had a major back problem, the same problem my father had and ended up doing 4 surgeries for. And he fixed his problem in 2 months and never got the problem again off of simple stretching and exercise. The same exact back problem my father had and went and did surgery for 4 times. And now has steel in his back and and are unable to walk properly. The more you understand the way your body works, is the more you can provide a form of healing remedies or way out, a way out that is natural. Because guess what? Yahweh had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So, in order to create these remedies, you ought to know your body. The whole purpose of going to a herbal journey is not just a cleaning, but to know your body so you would be able to even administer herbs for yourself. Pray and ask Yahweh that he would prosper that these remedies would help yourself as well. And you could help and you could overcome many illnesses if it's the Lord's will. So, like continue, it says, so when I say the orthopedic surgeon, I would say check yourself first, take a proper cleanse, a good 3 months, a parasite detox, blood cleanse, gut and cell cleanse, nerve brain and nerve support, or nutrient build-ups, herbs that with a high amount of phytonutrients that will help to aid the body to repair and restore. You could even look up certain ways to what? Stretch your body that you would not be going through these symptoms called backaches as well. Because many times the problems for backaches is people having congested backs. Meaning it has been literally it pulls down via crouching, and when you really try to extend it, it doesn't really extend fully. So when you go back chiropractor, normally what they would do is I've seen the right word by decongest, which means to stretch out the muscles from the contraction, from contracting as you sit or you slouch in a bad posture. So that's what the chiropractors usually do. Via cracking and stretching, you see them do it. Now there's ways for you to do that without having to go by the chiropractor, without having to go by the orthopedic surgeon, because all they're going to do is cut you just so they could get a paycheck at the end of the day. And this is the truth. Many examples have been shown. I'm not saying that the orthopedic surgeons are bad, are horrible, but there are ways to do so that they don't have to cut your back and mess up your life. Right? So let's continue. It says, herbs can only supplement the treatment. It says anything can cause a backache, which is true. Sometimes you're walking, sometimes you had a bad posture the day before, and you walking and you just turn right very sharply, and your back going off. I've seen it happen. So let's continue. It says it could be anything from an emotional showdown to an actual injury. It is impossible to list all the causes. Some of the more common ones are given below, which we see: trauma, tumors, anxiety, obesity, old age, smoking, arthritis, injuries, high heels, depression, pregnancy, infections, osteoporosis, menstruation, medications, which usually is a major cause as well, via vaccines. Just let's continue. Poor posture, muscle spasms, muscle strains, sedentary jobs. If that is hard, okay. Right. Emotional stress, lack of exercise. I was going to say the wrong thing. Lack of exercise, strain in the muscle, and the list is very long. And then we go to the last part, dealing with what the chronic lower back pain, chronic acute lower back pain may persist for a long time if no apparent cause can be ascribed to it. Look for raised levels of high sensitivity C-reactive proteins, which as you see it have high sensitivity C-reactive proteins, HSCRP. A simple blood test is required. It says more than 3 milligrams may be indicative of inflammation. Inflammation suggests an impairment of the lymph system. Lymphatic derangements derangement may be a then I was going on put may be okay on the right track. I thought I was on the wrong one. I thought I was on I thought I started about the same thing. Lymphatic derangement may be a consequence of low immunity, right? That is the line I'm looking for. It says treatment should therefore target both lymphatic inflammation and the immune system. And I feel that is where I went in, because my target was the gut and cell, but there are herbs which are like cascara sagrada and yellow duck and all these things that in the gut and cell cleanse and in the parasite and detox, which helps to drain the lymphatic system, clean completely out. Burdock root is our main one. For those, if anybody have lymph problems, you take burdock root capsules twice a day for 5 days straight. Hold up on eating these junk foods and eat something healthy. You may not even have to exercise, honestly speaking. And give it 5 days, and all your problems with your lymph system will go. 5 days. Guaranteed. Tested it, proven multiple times. Burdock root by itself does that. So, let's just show. So now let's go into the information, more information as well, dealing with the herb itself that you could get. So let's go into it. And as you see here, there are many of the herbs, valerian, rue. So as you can see, a nice combination that is given here. Now my combination, like I always have, start with the parasite and blood cleanse and the gut and cell cleanse, like I said. Go into a blood cleanse after. So parasite cleanse, gut and cell cleanse, and a blood cleanse after. Blood cleanse consists of burdock root, yellow duck, sarsaparilla, hydrangea root, valerian, blue vervain. And then you go into a brain, or you go into a nerve support, so like chamomile tea after this. Remember, every program, every set of recipes is done with a program form every 2 weeks. So this will be running out for 2 weeks, 14 days, right? So I'm gonna read over the blood cleanse: burdock root, yellow duck, sarsaparilla, hydrangea root, blue vervain, and no, I think I said the wrong thing. Not blue vervain. Neither is it. Not blue vervain. Not valerian. Chaparral, blessed thistle, and dandelions, and we call this thing red clovers. Those by itself would be a separate blood cleanse from the others, as we know, but that should be a 2 weeks blood cleanse with a specific diet of sea moss, Within it that you must have sea moss, you must have moringa, and you must have your fruits and your veggies set. Nothing more, nothing less. Like I said, no meats, no dairies, no eggs, the usual. No oils, no rice, no flours, none of the sort. And from there, you go into a nerve support, which is chamomile tea, blue vervain, valerian root, blessed thistle, yet again, listen, blessed thistle, yet again, and what do you call this thing? And you could either try a lavender, or you could even try a soursop, because soursop is very good for relaxing the nerves for those who don't know, and stimulating your sleep, for making it easier for you to sleep for those who don't know. And this is what you could take at the point in time. You do that after your 2 weeks of blood cleanse. You do this nerve support, and as you go in nerve support, you incorporate your fruits and your veggies. You must include the sea moss, and you would have to include the moringa as well. However, you might sprinkle the leaves or the powder on your food and you consume it. There's not a problem. As well, and that food, as we know, is the fruits and veggies. You make your watermelon cut ups and you sprinkle on whatever the case, and sprinkle on top it. No problem. As well as your sea moss, you can make your drinks. Sea moss and brew banana with agave nectar or honey, and the list goes on. So this is my remedy. Then you could also follow guidelines of here. Take the next remedy. What you see in rhubarb root here, this is part of the gut and cell cleanse. The gut and cell cleanse, as we know, consists of the parasite cleanse and the gut and cell cleanse go together, as we know. Gut and cell cleanse consists of I'm gonna get back. I don't want to I had my brain on it, but I also have it right down. That is a good thing. Having it right down is a very good thing. So let me I had it in this book here, I believe. I might have to go to the top of my head if I can get it. Alright, top of my head. Sene, Cascara Sagrada, Pavana, Slippery Elm Bark, Psyllium Husk, Rhubarb Root, and Dandelion. Yeah, that's got a cleanse right there. So with that combination, a parasite cleanse goes, if you're doing it 5 days, that means 2 days. 2 days you're supposed to take your cleanse. 2 days is your parasite cleanse. And on the 3rd day, which you have to fast on, you will take a gut and cell cleanse. You're drinking half the bottle. It depends on if you make it a 500 ml bottle, you drink half the bottle basically. So 250. A chubby bottle as considered in Trinidad basically. And from there, after that day, you can go back and eat in your fruits and whatever the case is. And after that, you take a next one the 2 days after you go back on your cleanse. And you cut that from there. So basically, you have 5 days of parasite cleanse and 2 days of gut and cell cleanse basically, to remove any excess waste and parasites that would have been passed or dead because of the parasite cleanse that you took for the last 5 days. Or if you're doing 7 days, same fashion. So that should be a remedy for that. But let me go and grab one more. So I believe they would have back pains on this. If they don't, then they're lapsing very bad, because that's a common thing for many people. Must say that. If they don't have back pain on this, you hear yourself, this book is lapsing bad. But let's continue. It's a very good book though. But just saying. We'll see if I can type in back. Very wrong thing to do. Yeah. I realized that it mightn't have it after all. I did have a book with it. I will most likely have to do a part 2, because I will have to look for it. Um, that's a sad situation. But okay, let me give you an example as to what you could use when you don't have if you don't have the actual thing. You could also use the pain reliever, which you see in here, which will also be good for your back, for back as well, back pains as well. But before I go into this, let me list the ingredients you can mix together to make it, or if for those who want to do that, because I decided to make my own. If you get your natural eucalyptus leaves, you can make the extract via, well, in whatever means. I think I will do lessons on how to extract all these things, but you'll make an extract of these, of the root, not the root, the leaf itself, because the leaf is what where the potency is at, and you use that along with peppermint leaf or spearmint, Salakia, and if you could probably get some menthols, or let me do that better. I'll do you one better. You get the essential oils for the peppermint oil, the eucalyptus. You get for the I would say the peppermint, eucalyptus. There's one more. Trying to remember the last one. I shall write it down. Turpentine oil. So like you see, turpentine oil, and even a slight touch of frankincense, and you add some mental crystals to your oil itself. For those, if you want to try that, you add some mental crystals to your oil itself, and you let that melt into it. You don't have to add any heat to that. The mental crystal will begin to dissolve on its own. And if you apply that in any area, it will immediately carry down the pain. For those who may not be able to bear that back pain at times, that will actually increase circulation. And maybe I may have missed an ingredient, but this is a base ingredient which you could bring together and use. I would rather go the natural route though, because it works very well, honestly speaking. But even if it's not the natural route, you can also do that route, right? And that will also give you a major ease up in your overall movement. Honestly speaking, your back will feel like you never had any pain to begin with. But let's go into the pain reliever. Relievers, as you go, aloes, which I would not recommend. Black crowberries, bleeding heart, these are very good. California buckwheat, I don't know about that one. Cat's tail, very good. Chokoi, very good. Comfrey, very nutritious. What, it's acidic as well, so be careful. Cottonwood, it's very good. Devil's club, Salakia, also a very good herb. Never mind the name, a very good herb. Feverfew, heart leaf, anissia, it says henbane, if that's how it's pronounced. So like for mispronunciation, if there's any. Holy basil, unicorn root. It says wild lettuce, wild yam, wintergreen, and yarrows. Now, like I said, in every cleanse, you go about the parasite cleanse and glycoside cleanse first. And if you could put this together as a powerful combination, you will receive a major ease. Internal and external is the way to go, and these remedies will help you. So I suggest you take it down, because as the scriptures say, let you go into it. As the scriptures say it, wisdom and knowledge is disability at that times, and the strength of salvation, for the fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So as you have this knowledge that is being played out to you for any situation that you may have or may be going through, that you may be able to put the remedy together to prolong your life, it is wise that you also that it is wise to take it down for that purpose. Like scripture say, with all I getting, what get understanding. So as we have the remedies, It's time to check it and see how it works on your body, how it works well for your body. And because the remedies I give usually works well for everybody the same way, honestly speaking. Even though we may have different bodies or types, like people just like to say, the remedy that I give, they usually just work for everyone the same way. So, when scripture say, then give place to a physician, for Yahweh hath created him. Let him not go from thee, for thou hast need of him. There is a time when in their hand there is good success. And as you know, to the point, it says, for they shall also pray unto Yahweh that he would prosper that which they give for ease and for remedies to prolong life. And as we continue saying, he that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hands of the physician. But I'm not going to leave you all undone. As we know, like I said, I'm not going to leave you all undone. Like I said before, this means that everything on this particular list here, which was given for back pains, from poor posture straight down to muscle spasms, I am going to go about and correct it. So let's just say this is just part one, which I gave remedies for back pain initially, which I believe the herb that was recommended for that would be able to fix the situation if the Most High wills it for it to be done. Because as scriptures say, he kills and he makes alive, he wounds and he heals. Most important, that healing comes from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You can't disprove that, you can't go against it. He created it. And he created the herbs for us to use, which we are doing currently today. Even though many of our people are desensitized. Or let's put it in a better sense, misled about herbs at times. But I'm going to make sure and do, this is basically part one. I'm going to make sure and do more parts for betterment for those who go in from back pain to even head pain, headaches as well. Going on to other aches that is very annoying to receive that you could fix very simple, with very simple remedies. So I hope this lesson on herb talk dealing with your back pains and back aches was indeed edifying, because the next lesson I'm going to go a little bit more in depth and begin to deal with the symptoms which is shown here in the symptoms, the action that causes these symptoms, so you could correct it and you could overcome and be better in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So this lesson is done for now. Kal Halaliam Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rakakwadash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and the elders of James Khan, but on great millstone for the bring for the 100% truth that I've been currently edified under. Shalom to the elect, Tabernacle of David, and I'm your boy Kazak Yasharala saying to you, Shalom.